Today's topic name is informed consent. Informed consent is a principle in a medical ethics and medical law or in a medical studies that a patient must have sufficient information and understanding before making decision about their medical care. Uh, Pertinent information may include risk and benefits of treatments, alternative treatments, the patient's role in the treatment, and their right to refuse treatment. In most systems, healthcare providers have a legal and ethical responsibility to ensure that patient's consent is informed. This principle applies more broadly than healthcare intervention. For example, to conduct research and to disclose a person's medical information. Within the US, definition of informed consent vary and the standard required is generally determined by the state. Informed consent requires a clear appreciation and understanding of the fact, implications and consequences of an actions. To give informed consent, the individual concerned must have adequate reasoning faculties and possesses all relevant facts. Impairment to reasoning and judgment that may preclude informed consent include intellectual or emotional immaturity. High levels of stress, such as post traumatic stress disorder or a severe intellectual disability, severe mental disorder, intoxication, severe sleep dementia, or a coma. Obtaining informed consent is not always required. If an individual is considered unable to give informed consent, another person is generally authorized to give the consent on their behalf, for example, the parents or the legal guardians. In the circumstances, the child may be required to provide uh, informed consent and conservative for the mentally disorder. Alternatives, the doctrine of implied consent permits treatment in limited cases. For example, when an unconscious person will die without immediate intervention. Cases in which an individual is provided insufficient information from a reason decision raise serious ethical issues. When these issues are or are anticipated to occur in a clinical trial, they are subject to review by an ethics committee or institutional review board. Informed consent is codified in both national and international law. Free consent is a cognate term in the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, adopted in 1966 by the United States and intended to be forced by 23 March 1976. Article 7 of the Covenant prohibits experiment conducted without the free consent to medical or scientific experimentation of the subject. As of September 2019, the Covenant has 173 parties and 6 more signatories without ratifications. The consent form is there are two distinct stages. First, the giving information. Stage 1 is giving information, and stage 2 obtaining consent. In stage 1, the person reflects on the information given. They are under no pressure to respond to the researcher immediately. And in stage 2, the researcher reiterates the term of the research, often as separate bullet points or clause. The person agrees to each term before agreeing to take a part in the project as a whole. Consent has been obtained.